G'day guys, it's the Pink King here, and I'm back with another of my AFL 2020 Premiership season. It's round 6, and it's Hawthorn versus West Coast. Two teams that were formerly one of the last two teams to be beaten. No longer undefeated teams. Hawthorn's actually lost 2 in a row now and dropped to 8th. So this game is played at the University of Tasmania Stadium in Launceston. Let's get into it. Oops. Alrighty. Hawthorn versus West Coast.
Thanks for joining us.
Launceston's a bit foggy.
Saturday afternoon football. Anthony Hudson with you. Gary Lyon joins me for this match. Welcome.
Pretty easy background to do. There's not a whole lot around the stadium.
Today's match, Hawthorn and the Eagles.
Just a bit of grassland. Play your role. Now I think I've seen that banner before.
The banners look great as the players get set to run through them.
Took too long. Should have just gone through it. All for one. Yeah.
The banners are ready for the players. The captains make their way to the centre circle for the coin toss.
So Shuey and Strats meet in the middle for the coin toss. And Strats wins it and points left. So Segs versus, I think, Vardy it looks like.
University of Tasmania Stadium.
Tapped down by Segs. Scully breaks 2 tackles, get the handball back to Segler. Segler gives up the ball to West Coast. And Hardwick tries to stop the run towards their goal, but it's still going, and apparently a push in the back against James Frawley. Gone sideways to Nathan Vardy, who takes the mark. He plays on, sends it inside 50, punch forward, and a high tackle against Jamie Cripps. So Hawthorn get away with that. They kick it back to the 50. Blake Hardwick takes the mark. He looks sideways and backwards. It's a dangerous spot to put the ball. Sicily's going to get there first. It's a 2-on-1. And he decides to put it in an even more dangerous spot. It's a 3-on-2, and Liam Ryan takes the easy mark, all thanks to Sicily's stupidity. Sicily tried his best to give away a 50 as well doing that. But Liam Ryan kicks the goal. So West Coast first on the board.
This is how they can score, Big Hutto, if they can do that on a consistent basis.
He tried his best to give away a 50, the dumbass. Alright, ball goes up. Vardy wins the tap, sends it forward, and a mark to Jack Darling.
Gets the opportunity to have a shot for goal. Move it on.
He takes his time, lines up, and puts it dead straight through the middle. So West Coast off to a quick start here. 2 goals up already. Bounce to the middle again. Segler taps it forward. Strats sends it into the 50. Tim O'Brien can't take the mark, and it's sockered back outside 50. Sent back inside 50 again. Nat Nui tackles, but Puopolo ends up with the ball and kicks a point.
Hawthorn bring it under a 2-goal margin. Cole to bring it in. Play on.
Tom Cole handballs to danger, and Shannon Hearn lucky to get away with that. Luckily, it wasn't a lot of time to get rid of the ball. Segler punched it straight over the boundary line, so it's deliberate. They kick dangerous spot again. Tom Barras takes the mark. He goes wider. Marked by Lewis Jetta. He plays on. Bruce was chasing, but he was not going to catch him. Punch forward by Hawthorn. Wingard gets the ball but gets tackled. It's a 2-on-1. Nat Nui's lurking. He gets the ball but he's tackled by McAvoy in the centre of the ground as John Patton comes off. Thought he was already on. That's a bit weird. Segler punches it forward. Straight to an Eagles player. Burgoyne can't tackle him. Strats picks it up on the wing. Kicks it forward. It's a 2-on-1. Is it going to be Puopolo? It is. Puopolo takes the mark. So he can go back and make it a one-kick game late in the first quarter. And he's nailed it. So 5 points the difference with a minute to go. So there's chance for either team to score another goal here. It's got to be pretty efficient though. Straight clearance and mark pretty much. It's not going to happen. Kick forward and almost a mark, but didn't happen in time. So 5 points the difference at quarter time. Eagles with that quick start are in the lead at the moment. So 2 inside 50s apiece. Hawthorn got 1 goal, 1. West Coast have 2 goals straight. Puopolo is the only person that's actually scored for Hawthorn at the moment. He got both their goal and the point. Hawthorn's actually been winning the hitouts. Yeah, so Puopolo and Stratton the only multiple ball winners in the Hawthorn team. Probably Jack Darling's the best on ground at the moment, and then Stratton. So Eagles go sideways. First the ball, doesn't matter, it was punched to the ground by Shannon Hearn. Kick forward, no mark taken. Handballed back along the wing. Eagles send it forward. Blake Hardwick and Willie Rioli. Blake Hardwick wins it but he can't take the mark. 2-on-1, it's kicked forward and sneaks through for a goal. Dom Sheed with the snap under pressure. Not that you would know it was under pressure because he just absolutely nailed it. So 3 goals straight for Eagles so far. 18-7. Ball comes out, but it's a throw against McAvoy. So Eagles with another chance to attack. Goes forward, but Hawthorn rebound it. Gunston and I can't see who else. Lewis Jetta there. Gunston gets to the ball first. Sends it forward. Is anyone going to get there for the mark? It is. Jarman Impey gets there to take the mark and he'll line up to make it a 1-goal game again. Doesn't show us the good set shot angle and he misses. So 10 points the difference. That won't really help their case. I don't need to see replays of a point, thank you. Played on by Jeremy McGovern. He kicks it to the 50, it's wide. Gets down to Sean Burgoyne who sends it to the square. Puopolo's there and he can't take the mark. Shannon Hearn breaks a tackle. Handballs it off. Eagles have numbers to run with. They kick it up. 2-on-1 in this contest. Pushing it back against Tim O'Brien and Eagles will look to send it wide to the wing. No mark taken. Front runners for Hawthorn here. They got numbers. Strats breaks a tackle. Sends it inside 50. Wingard's there. He can't take the mark. Players all around. They keep it moving forward, but it gets loose. And Eagles seem to have the numbers to run it out, but they stuff it up. Is that Puopolo again? It is. He's kicked his 2nd goal of the match. Only Hawthorn player to kick a goal so far. I can't see he's the only one to score for Hawthorn because there was a point scored by Impey. So it's 4 points the difference now. 18 plays 14. Eagles win the clearance, send it down, and a high tackle against James Frawley. They're being really a
chance to put a 2nd goal on the board.
Oh, I can't think of the word. My brain's still not working. Anyway, Jack Darling kicks the goal. Undisciplined in defence is what I was trying to say. So still 4 scoring shots apiece. It's just Hawthorn have been inaccurate and West Coast haven't. Ball up about a metre from the centre circle. Oh, broken tackles everywhere by Warple. He manages to get a kick away. Sends it up in the air. No one gets to it. Socket forward. And Eagles get a clearance as the siren goes for half time. So it's 10 points the difference. The Eagles are leading. And yeah, pretty much the only difference between these two teams right now.
We're inside 50s at the moment. The difference is when they go forward, they're converting more of their chances.
Like, yeah, it's more or less even for everything except the hit-outs.
Don't go anywhere. The third term is coming up.
And the disposals are actually skewed fairly heavily Eagles' way. But everything else is pretty even. And it's just the scoring shots. Hawthorn's been 50% accurate and West Coast have been 100% accurate. And that's the difference right now. Puopolo, the only goal scorer for Hawthorn still. He's got 3 disposals. All 3 of them being scores as well. Stratton's had 3 disposals as well. Will Schofield with 4 for Eagles. And that's about it.
The third quarter has begun. Back in the middle to resume.
So ball is up, punch forward, and away we go. Segler gets nowhere with his attempt at a clearance, and Luke Shuey also gets nowhere with his attempt of a clearance. So they're going to try and slow down the game a bit. Tom Mitchell soccers it forward. Handball, high tackle. Sean Burgoyne's injured. Segler decides he can't kick that far and turns it over to Tom Barras. So that's not what you want to hear if you're a Hawthorn fan, hearing Burgoyne getting injured. Oh, Connor Glass gets the turnover, finds Paul Puopolo all by himself. That's not the man you want to leave alone in the Hawthorn forward line at the moment, because he is dominating. He looks up ahead, takes a shot, and he's missed again. So he's now had 4 disposals for 4 scoring shots. 2 goals and 2 behinds. So he keeps consistent with Hawthorn having a 50% record. Oh my god! McGovern tries to play on from the kick in, and Puopolo runs him down, so he's having another scoring shot. Don't tell me he's going to kick this. He has! He's the first person to kick from that angle in this game that I've seen. So he's got 3 goals 3. Oh no, 3 goals 2 apparently. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, 3 goals 2. So 3 points the difference. Puopolo's scored all of Hawthorn's goals. Tap down and a throw against Ricky Henderson. So Eagles get another free kick. Ben Stratton intercepts it. Kicks it back to the wing. Big pack forms. It goes over the back. Can it keep going the Hawthorn's way? They don't know. Keeps spilling loose and now they've got numbers. Kicked forward. Brewston Seggs is there. Seggs will take the mark. And he will line up. Maybe be the first person other than Puopolo to score a goal for Hawthorn in this match. He has! So finally Hawthorn's got more than 1 goal scorer. And they're in front. Something they haven't been all game. Is in front. And it's sort of that last 10 scoring shots are starting to fill up with Hawthorn logos. Is that Cripps? It runs into... No, it's Dugan. Yeah, well, he just kept running. No one really wanted to stop him, and he kicks a goal to respond. So, Eagles back in front. They've kicked 5 goals straight. Bit of a fumble from McAvoy, and yeah, Dugan just runs in. No one anywhere near him, and he sends it over the goal umpire's head. So, the bounce in the middle again. Segler down to Scully. Scully boots it forward. Few players waiting. Chad Wingard comes with it. He's probably the smallest bloke out of the 5 players that were there. Or 6 players that were there. Somehow he manages to turn it over because he decided to handball it into the man on the mark. Jamie Cripps takes the mark. He plays on, kicks it forward. And Jack Darling takes the mark. So he's probably just outside his range and he knows it. He plays on, kicks it to Sheed. Sheed soccers it forward. Frawley gets pushed in the back against Jack Darling. Gets done for pushing him in the back. He handballs it to Sicily. He goes straight down the guts. Broken tackle sent back from where it came. Where Blake Hardwick stands up tall to end the quarter. It's 3 points the difference. Hawthorn made a bit of an inroad in that quarter. They won the quarter by 7 points, I think. Inside 50s, still almost 50-50 with that. They've
lead.
caught up with the disposals a little bit. It's not looking as skewed as it was at halftime. What else is here? Yeah, the clangers are pretty 50-50. The tackles are Hawthorn's way. Free kicks are evened up a little bit more, so they've been a bit more disciplined since I told them they were being too undisciplined in defence. The hit-outs favouring Hawthorn pretty heavily. Puopolo leading disposal getter for Hawthorn still. All of them still scoring shots. He's had 3 goals too. And a fucking good tackle to get his 3rd goal too. Segler with 1 goal and 3 disposals, and Strats with 4. All the West Coast players there have 4. You'd probably think out of them, Jack Darling would be their best player with his 2 goals.
Time to find out
So,
in this final turn.
the ball is bounced for the last quarter.
From here, they have to be perfect.
Hawthorn get the clearance but goes straight sideways. It's not going to be favourable to them. Tom Barras actually takes the mark.
Sinks the slipper.
Sends it to the pack.
Picks up the loose ball.
Burgoyne's back on the ground. That's a good start for him. He was injured earlier. And a ball up right on the edge of the square. Segler punches it down. A few players get tackled. Sent. Oh, it's a high tackle, so it's coming back.
High tackle.
That was actually probably a smart free kick to give away, and Will Schofield takes the mark right on the 50. Is he in range? He's decided not to even attempt it, so he goes sideways to Andrew Gaff, who probably is in range because he'll kick it from the 50.
They can just slow the
Saw Puopolo's just come off,
time off the clock.
and he's missed, so that's finally a miss for West Coast. First one of the game. 5 goals, 1 they've kicked.
Just a few points the difference.
4 points the difference, but it's at the wrong end of the ground for Hawthorn. Impey was just standing in the goal square for the kick out, which you can't do. Turnover to Willie Rioli. So he's going to line up from the pocket. It's a tight angle, not ungettable though. And he has kicked it. So the lead's back to 10 points, which with 11 and a half minutes to go in the game might be just a bit too much of a stretch for Hawthorn. So they've got a bit of a dip in form here. They kick out of the centre. Marked by Jonathan Patton. I did not expect that. I thought Nick Nui was always going to get to that. Wingard gets the ball first, and then a tackle laid on, I think it was Segler. The ball didn't actually go out of bounds. It's pushing the back against Jack Gunston. So yeah, time's starting to run out for Hawthorn, and it means they've been in a bit of a dip of form. They've lost the last 3 if they lose this one. Segler gets a free kick, so he's in range. He's already kicked 1 goal today. I was going to say they've lost the last 3 if they lose this one, but it's back to a goal, or inside a goal. It's 4 points the difference. 6 minutes 51 remaining, and they've always been in the contest for these games, but they just sort of lose it right at the end of the game. In saying that, it's back to 4 points. Tapped down by Segler. He's had a ripper game. Oh, Ricky Henderson gets the ball to Jack Gunston, who was all alone in the forward 50, and they could go in front with less than 5 minutes to go in the last quarter. Just when I was starting to write them off, they have a chance to get in front, and he's kicked it. So they're back in front, Hawks, here. They've found the momentum at the right time. Gunston gets his first of the match. I think Segler's going to end up best on ground, and then Puopolo, whether Hawthorn win or lose here.
Big stage of this game.
Tap forward, Ricky Henderson gets tackled immediately. They don't want the ball to come out, but it does. It keeps coming out. Liam Ryan gets a kick at goal. Open goal square. He's kicked it to put West Coast 4 points up with less than 2 minutes to go. And yeah, don't like any chance of Hawthorn winning again. 4 points down. There's time. There's definitely time. Segler taps it. Ricky Henderson kicks it forward and marked by Jack Gunston. He will have the final kick of the match, and it'll probably be after the siren too to win the match. Does he kick it? He kicks it out in the full. So Hawthorn have lost 3 in a row on the back of Jack Gunston not being able to kick straight. And Eagles will probably, they're temporarily top of the ladder. The Giants
Thanks for that, Gaz.
They've got a better percentage than them at the moment. So, yeah, Hawthorn had every chance to win that and they blew it.
Final scores are 7-1-43.
7 goals, 1 to
39.
6-3. So Hawthorn had more scoring shots and everything.
We'll see you again soon.
Yeah, the stats, I mean, possession stats are favouring Eagles all fairly marginally, but enough. Clangers, 24 to 22, nothing in that. Tackles are absolutely dead even. Free kicks favouring West Coast slightly. Possession slightly West Coast. Hit out 17 to 7. So, best on ground, probably Jack Darling, leading disposal getter for West Coast and also scored 2 goals. I'd say Puopolo for getting 3 goals too from his 5 disposals to lead Hawks, and probably Segler as well because he got most of the hitouts. Got 4 disposals and 2 goals as well. Fucking spot on. You're fucking welcome. Well, on that note, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one, which I believe is the Anzac Day clash between Collingwood and... Hey, that's the other thing. They didn't do an Anzac Day Guard of Honour or anything. Because this match is on Anzac Day and there was nothing. It was just a normal start to the game. But yeah, Collingwood and Essendon are the next game, and that's also the main Anzac Day clash. So yeah, I hope you join me for that one. That will be on pretty soon. I'll see you guys